Alrighty folks, we got second channel stuff. So I'm doing a little bit of work on here. We came back from holidays, all that jazz, but well, it looks like a murder scene under here. I've seen this numerous times. Thought it was my converter before, but I'm gonna pull out that module that's in the transmission. On the Turbo 400s, they have a little vacuum bulb. So I'm gonna pull it out. There must be an O-ring or something in there. I'm gonna check that, then we'll see how it goes. I'm still waiting on the fuel pump. I ordered a couple from Amazon. I'm a little, I'm not sure what they'll be like. But then I remembered I had a Bosch 044 in my Buick, and seeing how it's non-turboed, there's no real point that pump's actually a very expensive pump. That's why I'm actually pulling it out of there. I just have a regular one that I use for my swaps, which is like a 88 Ford F-150 is like the ones I always use there. So we're, like I said, back from holiday, so we're plugging all their stuff in here. All right, so, here. So what I have here is, in one of these, I have a brand new pump. I don't remember where. I've seen it, I know that much. Must be right there. So that's kind of what they look like. So I'm just gonna swap this one out, throw it in that Merc, or sorry, I keep calling my car Merc, in the Buick. It doesn't need anything special, so should be good to go. Look at all this primer, look at that. Hey, we can totally reuse that cup. That's pretty good. This thing I'm gonna go visit, and we're gonna see how bad that thing is to sand. Should be pretty good. But anyways, yeah, you can see we had the old Roadster sitting in here parked while we were out. Okay, I'm gonna lift this thing up, and I'm gonna pull that module out. There's not too much to see because I think there's just like one bolt and my wastegate's there, so that's kind of a little bit miserable, but we'll kind of work our way around it. Man, it kind of looks like it's leaking from everywhere. We got a little bit here, and like it's over here's the vicinity where it looks like it's been dribbling. So I want to change the spring in here anyways, so I'm gonna, oh there, see, there's a drip coming from, man, I don't even know. The thing is, it's like uber clean on top where you think it'd be the lines or the dipstick tube. It's not leaking out of any of those spots. So let's see if I can get my big light in there for you. Like the typical places you think it would be leaking, it all is clean. So that can only mean it's there. Oh man, it's hard to get in there, show everybody everything. So it just seems to be right there. Oh, it keeps dripping on me. So anyways, I'm gonna take this thing off. My spring's in there. I'm gonna try to get a little bit of a stiffer spring. This is the wastegate, so this, while it builds up pressure, it'll all of a sudden, like, this thing will back off and kind of exhaust it into the exhaust. So we'll try that, pull that out, see what we got for O-rings or what's going on in there, and then I guess we'll drop it down. This one here is, like I say, my fuel pump is bad on here, so I'm gonna pull the one off my car outside, and we're kind of do a little switcheroo, and then this thing should be good to go again. Well, the Buick is in. This thing's holding out pretty good, I think. What is that? Oh, I think that's just a vent. Pretty interesting, eh? We had to go under because the car sits so low. Anyways, oh, fuel pump right there. So that's like what they call a Bosch 044. For the most part, looks like I did it pretty decent here. All I got to do is I have to see if I have a barbed end for that other filter or pump, And then somehow I did this with some A&N and I think like a push connect on this side. So should be pretty straightforward. We did the old Mustang tank in this car. Boy, we definitely got some road grime, eh? That's not so bad. That's like free rust proofing. Okay, what are we doing? We got to get, got to find that pump. Oh, there it is. There we go. So basically we're gonna, oh, this thing has an end. Might be able to just stab a hose on there and I think we'll be good. All right, well, let's switch those around really quick and then we can throw the car out again and we'll bring the 54 back in, switch them around. I tried changing the spring, but I need 2 people to do that for the boost. So there's a screw on the back to try to tighten the spring. I don't know if it'll do much, but I'll give it a try. We'll see what it does for the boost factor. But I'm just going to switch that out. I'll show you when I'm done. Well, that worked out well. You've seen me make this. You've seen me make these a million times. But anyways, we took the braided stuff off the other line and we got our push connects in, re-crimped some lines here, heat shrunk. We had to run a new line because it was a little bit shorter now. But, well, one down and fancy pump goes into the other car. That's kind of the idea here. So this one here, and we got some fancy braided AN stuff in there and whatnot. We got that all out. We have some adapter. So I don't know if I'll use that. We'll see, because I kind of have this boogered into the car without these little bits. But if I can make it work, I'll make it work. Anyways, we can drop this. We'll park it outside for now. And we'll bring the 54 back in. Switch her around. Sure it works. Get a little bit of fuel. She doesn't have a lot of fuel in her. And we'll see what happens when I crank that spring in, if that gives me more oomph. Interesting. That was only 5 pounds. Well, this went pretty good. My caps keep coming off, so I think I got to bend those tabs. But she's running way better, but I've still got an issue going on, so I'm trying to figure that out. It's, what do you call it? It's not like it's running out of fuel, it's like running super fat. and then it cuts back lean. So I'm not sure. Like if you look at the air fuel gauge, it's fat, and then when it stalls, it's like it's flooded itself. So I'm not sure what's going on right now. I'm thinking maybe the throttle position sensor, maybe? I don't know. It's kind of hard to troubleshoot. It's not putting any codes, so this is making it a little harder to try to figure out what's going on. So I'm gonna daddle with it a little bit, and we'll see if we can get that all sorted out. I mean, when it first went, it was like great. And then after a couple miles, yeah, it wouldn't idle and it's doing some stuff like that. You watch it, it's like really fat. And then when you're on the throttle, you're driving, the gauge goes super lean, like it's running out of fuel. But I don't know what's happening here. If the computer's trying to correct itself or what. I got home and I started up and it's running like 100% again. So I'm thinking it's got to be a sensor or something that's screwing with it, like it doesn't know what to do. Anyways, I'll troubleshoot and throw some parts at it, and we'll see if that fixes anything. At least it hasn't left me on the side of the road yet. It's always managed to limp me home.